Well, as you probably know, I've done a few Ironmen already, but I've never actually done anything shorter or faster. So I've never had the pressure of having to do a flying man, but I feel it might be time that I've got to give it a go. And Bucko, for his sins, has very kindly offered to try and teach me. I think he might have his work cut out. That's my teacher.
Yep.
To be honest, I've never been particularly good at mounting, even as a kid. So I was brought up riding ponies and horses, and my parents spent years trying to teach me to mount one. I was always told it looked like I was a sack of potatoes. So I'm not really holding out for jumping on a bike. It is slightly smaller than a horse, I guess. Maybe a smaller saddle, if that's a good thing. Might be uncomfortable if I miss it though. Yeah, it looks so easy when he does it. He can do it slow or fast. It's just like hopping on. How can that be hard? Now obviously you're a 90 athlete and you're used to, like, you have to get on fast, but for me, does it really make any difference? Because I'm confident, I'm safe, just getting on my bike and heading up the road.
I think you're right, you got to put safety in first with everything, but you can be safe and fast.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me 10 minutes of your time and I'll make you 10 seconds faster in transition. Easy. I think it'll make...
Deal.
Let's deal. It'll make that much difference.
Well,
how about we'll do this challenge. Lamppost to lamppost, I'll jump on as a flying mount,
okay.
You jump on as normal, and I'll show you how much difference it makes.
Okay.
That fair deal?
Yeah, I'm keen to see.
Okay, let's do it. So we've got a mount line there, and it's the first one to the lamppost, and the only two rules are you've got to get on your bike after the lamppost and before the mount line.
Oh, I'm in the wrong gear, I didn't think about that.
So as you get your bike from the racking and you come into the mount line, the fundamental difference between stopping and getting on your bike and doing the flying mount is basically how Heather showed. She came to the line and actually decelerated and stopped to get on the bike before pedaling away. Whereas with the flying mount, you're accelerating all the way over the line and then onto your bike.
So it's like all very well that I can watch you all day doing it, and it looks so straightforward, but I can't just suddenly watch you and interpret that in my brain of how to do it. I don't know how to, if that makes sense.
Well, I think you need to, first of all, you need to strip it down and start from the beginning. So the first bit is running with your bike.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that's something that I think I've just about nailed, but you can test me.
We'll do that because then that gets your hands in the right place so that then you can jump onto your bike.
Okay.
So you can obviously push your bike and get to the mount line. It's just getting on the thing.
It is. So how do we break this down?
Well, I think you can, instead of stopping and getting on the bike like you have done, there's a halfway house between doing that and the flying mount, and it's called the scoot.
Okay.
And basically you just want your pedal out in front of you, upright like that. So yours is going to be on that side. And then when you come to get on it, instead of completely stopping and putting your leg over, your foot goes straight onto that pedal, and then you're going to push down. That's going to propel you forward and give you a bit of momentum to get on. It's like this. Well,
it's like trusting, isn't it?
Okay, so the first part of that, let's break this bit down then. If you're not comfortable to do that straight away, then put your pedal right at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then just try and push off with your other foot and make sure you can balance on one foot first.
This is going to be so bad.
She's doing really good, but it's confidence. It is with a lot of these things. She was worried about just putting all the weight on one pedal to begin with, but she's got the knack of that now and she's just flying through it. She was really hesitant at even giving it a go to begin with, and now look at her, she just can't stop herself. And that's what you want to do. Once you've got over that first scary part, you know, just putting your weight on one pedal, then you can just do it time and time again then. And she's flying through it. Brilliant. So we're at the stage where she's trying to do the scoot, where you basically put one foot on a pedal and then push down with that and swing your leg round onto the bike. But she's never done this before, and you know, sometimes, you know, I'll be the first one to say, you know, I don't appreciate that when someone hasn't tried a skill, it can be quite daunting. But she's gone from not being able to put any pressure on a pedal to now scooting along like this, and all she has to do now is just bring the back leg over, and then she'll have nailed it. And again, just remember, put all the weight through. I mean, you don't even have to you don't have to sit down on the saddle. Just like shadow it. Yeah?
Yep.
She's already there. Easy. Easy.
Just did it.
See? Right, so she's nailed the scoot now. Nailed it. First time. So look how easy she's made that. She's nailed the scoot first time.
When I started, I couldn't even just do the scoot, and it looks so simple. Like, you see kids doing it all the time, so I felt a little bit stupid. And to be honest, I was a bit worried about this whole video because I didn't think we are going to have any content. So I'm buzzing right now because I've got it. But you're probably wondering, why on earth have I never tried it? And I started cycling before I started triathlon, and just, you know, general cycling, you don't need to get on your bike fast. You know, you all start, you get on your bikes and off you go. There's no rush. And then all the triathlons I've done, the shortest has been a half Ironman. And the amount of time I thought it would take me to learn this, I thought I'd much rather spend training. So it just makes such a small difference in a longer race. So I've just never, I guess, sometimes I just need a bit of pushing, and having a camera on me has definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone this morning. I think if it wasn't right here, right now, I would have probably given up a little while ago. So I'm so glad I've done it. I'm really excited, and now I'm like, genuinely go and try it, because if you just break it down and do one step at a time, you'll be amazed. I'm amazed. I'm like, I could do it all day now, just like that. It's awesome.
So the next phase is the flying mount, the gold standard of getting on the bike. And you're gonna need both hands on your bars. So you can see already my hands are quite tense there, because I'm gonna be popping up with my legs, and then a lot of my body weight is gonna be going through my bars and arms. So if I demonstrate it with a little bit of movement, you might be able to get an idea of how to do it. So the key areas to watch is that I'm putting quite a lot of weight through the front of the bike, and then I'm gonna pop up off my toe so I can clear my saddle and get over my leg over to the other side. So like this. So I think to jump on, you obviously need to generate a bit of power to get your leg up and over the other side. And obviously on a lot of, you know, especially TT bikes, the saddles are quite high. So it might be worth dropping it down a bit so that you can do that. There you go. Put your feet on your pedals. So you can jump on your bike, can't you? Eh? What do we reckon, kids? Look at that. Poetry.
Not quite poetry.
Poetry in motion. Heather really went through that first 5 minutes of just doubting herself, thinking that she couldn't do it, but then she got over that and then realised she could do each phase, and then just wanted to get on to the next one, and it all came naturally. And I think the thing to do is don't get bogged down in it, think about it, maybe take 5 minutes just to watch the video again, and then get back into it with a bit more oomph and energy. But yeah, don't get beat up about it. If you don't get it first time, just keep practicing and practicing, and it will come.
Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm close to looking like a little bit professional here, but I still normally have to teeter through transition, like running on my cleats, wearing them out, and especially when it's like slippery tarmac. And I see that you guys start with your shoes on the bike.
Yeah, you'll run so much quicker in bare feet than you will in cleats.
So what's the key? What do you need to know for this?
So we've attached the shoes to the bike, as you can see, using the cleats, so they're fixed nicely in position. And you've got elastic bands on yours. That's been mounted onto the bottle cage. You can also like use a rear skewer to hook a band on as well. Obviously mine aren't attached with bands, and you see how awkwardly they are sort of flapping in the wind.
And what happens to the bands? People might be wondering, like, we've hooked an elastic band on.
Yeah,
What?
so once you put your feet into your shoes and start pedaling, providing you haven't got a really long band, it'll snap.
Okay.
And you'll just be left to spin away.
Okay, so the band is snap, but like, how do I get my feet actually? It might sound stupid, but how do I get them in?
Yeah.
Or do I try and get them in like as soon as I've got on, or do I pedal with my foot on top?
So some people have got, and there's two options. You put your feet in straight away, or you get up to speed, get up to race speed, and then put your feet in a bit further down the course when you've got a nice momentum going. So I like to put my feet straight on top of my shoes without putting them in, and getting up to speed. And then once I've got momentum, you know, I'm maybe 500 meters into the course, I then put my feet in. But say you've got a course where you've got a technical bit immediately out of transition or a hill, you probably want to get them in as early as you can do. Well, awesome, you nailed it.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Well, thanks for your patience, because I couldn't have done it, like I wouldn't have known where to start.
No.
And even at the start, I was like having a bit of a panic of how on earth, you know, I need a whole week to do this. But I think it's surprising, and this is probably something that people who've not done one before can learn from it. If you just break it down and do one bit at a time, and actually you'll be surprised at how quickly you can get there.
Yeah, just watch a decent YouTube video on it and you'll be fine.
Yeah, like this one. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this and you're feeling motivated to go and give it a go, give us a thumbs up, like, and remember, subscribe to GTM by clicking on the globe. And if you want some other transition tips, then why not watch this video just here?
And if you want to see a video on a brick session, click here.